Tal is literally the worst person to have a crush on.
I truly love the relationship Elle has with the power lesbian couple. But honey, kind of like asking a horse how to ice skate. It's not really our field of expertise. Heartstopper is almost a piece of poetry written to any queer person who ever had to endure high school. And it's this fluffy, cute, angsty, sometimes funny, sometimes heartbreaking, cute, fluffy cupcake of a show that you can eat one single episode of and be like, oh, that feels so good. Or you can just devour the whole case of cupcakes. I'm gonna have all the cupcakes. And you eat all the cute queer cupcakes and you still feel so good.
Oh, that was fantastic.
I am going to be recapping season 2, episode 1. Here we go. If you didn't watch season 1, all you really need to know is that Nick and Charlie are together, but Nick is still trying to come out of the closet. Tal and Elle are in a serious flirtationship. And of course, we cannot forget the power lesbian couple, Tara and Darcy. I will want to say Tara just because I'm that American. I'm gonna try not to though. All right, when we begin season 2, episode 1, Charlie is waking up for school and he's on top of the world. He's the way everyone feels when they first get into a new relationship. And Charlie and Nick are making out. They're making out all over the school. You know, in Oklahoma public schools, they'll take a hatchet to your lips just for thinking of kissing another student. So after school, they're still being adorable and making out everywhere. And we get a montage of them just being super cute and being adorable in a way that literally zero queer millennials will relate to, because it's like, who was out? And it's like, okay, I'm sure some of us were out during high school, but like, probably not. We are very much locked into the flirty stage with Tao and Elle, and then Tao runs away from his feelings, which will basically be his MO this entire episode. Things finally get a little more interesting when we see Nick go to his study hall for their GCSE exam, where he is assigned a seat next to Ben, Charlie's toxic and shitty ex.
You're just gonna ignore me for 2 weeks then?
And oh my god, this study hall teacher is on one.
Break my rules and you go straight to isolation for the day. If I catch you with that phone again, I'll be confiscating it.
I mean, I'm starting to think I didn't go to a very good public school, because my teachers were like, I don't care, study, don't study, it. Ben tries to tell Nick that he's apologized to Charlie, but Nick rightfully shuts it down, isn't gonna listen to any of Ben's nonsense. Elle goes to Tarcy to vent to them that she can't tell whether Tal likes her or not.
Listen, you deserve to have the perfect romance. Exactly, like us.
Please, sir, I want some more.
I truly love the relationship Elle has with the power lesbian couple. But honey, kind of like asking a horse how to ice skate. It's not really our field of expertise. Maybe ask another friend or call into a radio station or something. Do they still have radio stations? Or is it all just NPR? Is there NPR in England? Probably not. Y'all have the BBC. We find out Charlie's parents have pieced out for the weekend so that he can have a sleepover. What? Do kids still do sleepovers once high school hits? Are the parents just like, oh yeah, invite your most sexually active friends over. It'll be a good time. Now, the goal of the sleepover is for Charlie to help Nick come out to Nick's friend, Imogen, famous for her allyship.
I'm not like homophobic, I'm an ally.
Congratulations. We thank you for your service.
Tao and Elle share another almost kiss. Then all the young high schoolers have a sort of dance party. Oh my god, these kids are cooler than I was in school. I didn't even have a friend, but if I did, it was like, hey, you want to go to Walmart? Yeah. Or like, hey, you want to watch TV at my house? Yeah, let's go, let's do it. Nick finally gets up the courage to come out to Imogen, But Imogen pulls a very Imogen-like move and interrupts him and says, "You don't have to tell me. I already know you're gay.
You didn't like me because you're gay.
I knew you didn't say yes to me asking you out because you're gay." To be an Imogen and just always assume, if you are out there and you're an Imogen and you're always just like, I mean, it's clearly he doesn't like me because he's gay. I mean, otherwise, look at me. Gosh. I feel like we did see this a little bit with Vanessa from Queer Ultimatum, where she was like, well, no, I don't expect Xander to break up with me because, I mean, have you seen me? Nick corrects Imogen.
Well, I'm bisexual, actually.
And then she hugs him and they have a very sweet, tender moment that I loved. I was kind of a little worried about old Imogen being a little biphobic. But instead, she reveals she has a crush on Ben. No, Imogen. This can't get a break. Nick finally gets the courage to make out with his boyfriend on the front stoop, and Charlie finally gets the courage to tell his parents about his relationship with Nick.
Nick is banned from sleepovers from now on.
What?
Yeah, there will be no hanky-panky in this house.
You're letting your kids do teen sleepovers, but you're banning hanky-panky. It's just like, there's gonna be some hanky-panky. Have you ever met a teenager? What do you think is happening at these teen sleepovers? I had a church lock-in once, and it went all to hell. I was like probably younger than the kids in this, because the person who got in trouble for doing the thing I'm about to talk about was about 16, and so I was probably like 14. And I remember my parents nobody in the church could believe that this 16-year-old girl was busted having with one of the boys that she brought. We turned you guys loose in a giant church and turned all the lights off, and it just minds blown. I just remember even at 14, I was like, why is this such a shock to you guys? With his first true love setting in, Charlie goes full I'll lay on the gay train tracks for Nick. Naively thinks he can protect him from homophobia and biphobia and just everything.
I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure Nick doesn't have to deal with what I did.
God, I remember the days when I told Ro I could protect her from anything. I feel I've wizened up and now I'm like, oh, I can't protect you from that. No. You're And dear God, the scary zombie-like smile on Nick's face juxtaposed with Charlie's sister's I'm scared for you face is quite the way to end the episode. Needless to say, I am already hooked in again, just like I was when I decided to randomly watch the first season. And it feels like we've picked up right where we left off. I feel like all of these people are my best friends. I can't wait to watch episode 2, and I'm just excited to see where the season is gonna go. All right, my publishing schedule has been all over the place since I moved. The timing for covering and just like that has been tricky for me since I put my premiere recap out like weeks and weeks later than the show premiered. I'm still possibly planning on covering and just like that more, but I don't know. I'm just kind of experimenting right now. I want to see if people are interested in my take on Heartstopper. If so, I will keep doing Heartstopper. And if nobody wants to know what a millennial lesbian thinks of a bunch of high school kids, the main focus of which is two boys in love, then I may move on. So we'll just see if people like this or not. And either way, I'm going to be watching the rest of the season though, because I am hooked into this show. All right, shout out to the patrons. I have got some good stuff in the works over on Patreon. So if you are interested in supporting me more, check that out.